showing me love for my city. Yanks ain't hippies, women like think you know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes, they do not fit me. I'm bigger than life, gave everyone dogs. I'm not a guard, go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part like from LeBron. Wings of the team, I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell, a couple of homies be making it. I just want all of the dudes to do well, not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me, we eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, know I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS, company. Yeah. Determination, laser focus, banging on they know they taking notice, taking notice, taking notice. Determination, laser focus, banging on they know they taking notice. That's 20 booms and I'm ice cream with triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm a highly favorite. Don't wanna play, no conversation. Ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pull out 1 foot of set, boy, till there's nothing left. I'ma run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. In the pocket, no change, okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game, okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same, okay. So when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hold read a magazine while the new death comes in 3s, wins come in 2s, cash comes in 1s. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets of debts, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket, don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. check out. Might give her 1 foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the errands need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. Plus all your points.
Come on.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S.
Come on, nigga, come on in. Shit, grab that nigga in. I'm putting some more money.
Fanfare of introductions to an
3 goddamn points on third base.
Evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Salt Lake City Elks and the Minnesota Vikings. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Mike 54. Mike 50. Hold up. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Get up.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. And a huge play that time. 44 yards. Now Haskins on 1st down. It's Williams on the catch. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And when the defense wins and gets up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. He's got his tight end Fant. Last play got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the 2nd time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's Haskins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. It's a foot race. He's at the 50. And back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, you know, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that place.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
On play action, Haskins. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On the ground, it's Cook. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Let's go. 18 Gator. Here we are. You're out. Tighten up.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Running for it. Here's Cook. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Dalvin Cook turned away on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands.
Oh, shit. I'm going to let down.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Play action. Haskins. He's letting it fly for Cooks. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. And what a big-time play there. 67 yards. Haskins will throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in.
Come on, pick it off.
As many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Come on, Sandy. I need you to get a base hit. Shit. Oh shit.
It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. When a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I get back up. I get back up.
My space go on. Come on, man. Just get a base hit. If I could get a base hit. strike out, Panda. Strike out. Don't strike out. Get a big hit.
Hey, Cody, you bring towels out the dryer and my hamper so I can fold these towels in real quick so I can do them.
Oh, this nigga hit into a double play. You mother sucker. Oh, come on, Panda.
Yeah, she did. Oh.
Hey, Ron said he didn't do it till Sunday.
She was on stage.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Salt Lake City Elks and the Minnesota Vikings. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. 1st and 10. It's Haskins. And he's going to take a shot right away. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris.
Oh, bitch!
Great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Somebody was taking
An aggressive play call to start this game that backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate. But that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
Look at me. Zipper. Snap.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. A pretty decent gain on the tough run before he's brought down at the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy this caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Cook running right. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
I know you struck out, you
Dalvin
motherfucker.
Cook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
God, now leave.
This one taken just inside the 10.
How about you packing my stuff tonight?
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
A little bit of humor. You got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that?
And touchdown! Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Cook, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Yeah. Really?
They'll look to throw here. And he's able to find Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season. They got to figure this out. They got to figure him out. 4 sacks last week. Now one in the first quarter. What do they do?
Well, great pass rushers usually have a go-to move. but the best pass rushers have counters to their go-to move. So they'll show you that. Then when you adjust, they counter it and still get to the quarterback. And you don't pile up that many sets. We had 4 in the game last week without having some go-to moves with counters.
Alpha. 51. Come on, let's go.
Looking to throw. Open here, Adam Thielen. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run for it. Cook. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Dalvin Cook turned away on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
That's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Now it's Haskins looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now it's Haskins. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. And some room to run now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 22 and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On the carry, it's Cook. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. This to C.J. Ham, the fullback. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
What are you talking about?
Here's Cook. He's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Ready. 18 games.
Back to throw now, 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through...
Oh, you let him come through.
And he goes down once more. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll set up to throw. Finds a seam inside the 40. He completes it to Treadwell. And finally down at the 36-yard line. They'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's fourth down.
Oh, that fucking...
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And in this first quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game. Listen, now, no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one.
Protect yourself, man.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Trey Waynes.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, let me get a little bit closer this time. Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. They run again on first down. Cook.
Oh, you're not taking back, baby.
Awkwardly here. A late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
Oh.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Cook following the penalty. And he will score.
Oh, baby.
Vikings. Dalvin Cook with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start now at the 32.
Money at shit. Oh, shit going down and down. Fuck.
Your bank account?
My little thing I'm playing. My bank account.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again.
Hell no.
First down.
Let's go, D.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
I don't think any of us are surprised.
I got to take my game with me.
This drive on the ground after the last 2 drives.
Just because I got to play a game.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. That'll bring up 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. He'll let this go for the end zone. And incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes that ended their last drive. 21 yards there on 3rd down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times.
So I have to get my fucking man over there. Man.
Brandon Cooks, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage. Here's 2nd and 11. They run. Brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And that last game puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of first as the tackle is made at the 33. Again, only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on the punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. That was a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Last possession, these guys were going to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. second and 10 Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McCoy. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shadow that and have a profound effect on this game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better than hits the ground. Instead, going to an opposite jersey.
16 yards, a first down. Haskins now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's first and 10. Looking to throw Haskins. Nowhere to turn it. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Mike Hughes came crashing in that time, got the sack. After the sack on first down.
Yeah, that's good.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dive
that good
out there, but it'll be third down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
54, check.
Now Haskins, third and long. He's airing it up for Williams. And it's caught. Touchdown. Mike Williams, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to regain the lead. The fly route works for the team.
You know the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we'll leave it. And that's exactly what he did. All the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the screen.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have the first and 10. The running play there going to get a run as they get a quick first down. It's a game that the Vikings pick up the first. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And gets by the Taylor. 30.
I take it. I'll take it, Maggie. I'll take it, Maggie.
First half touchdowns as they are extra for tying this football game. Crosby with the extra point. We've got a tie game here, back and forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Do I got these on my team? What do I do? Get a fucking hit. Damn. Don't let these niggas shut y'all down like that.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
They're a little bit crazy right now. Let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. and 10. Here's Haskins again.
Oh!
He goes down.
That boy can't read coverage.
Taken in the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin.
I said, don't catch it. They're trying to do a hee-ho, man.
It was almost a 4th pick of the game.
They're trying to do a hee-ho on me.
Now the former Oklahoma Soldier.
I'm going to do a hee-ho. That got cold. That nigga said he's going to do a hee-ho.
16 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
Niggas, I'm going to do a hee-ho on you, bud.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the 45.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They're going to look to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook.
Get out of bounds. Get your ass out of bounds.
Midfield inside the
You didn't get out of fucking bounds.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, box drop.
Back to throw here. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands.
Oh, let's go, baby!
And match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Hey, team 6.
Shoot. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Man, you better stop doing that damn defense.
Touchdown, Minnesota.
Yeah, they're trying to sit in the house with me. That ain't gonna change his game plan.
First half, as his guys have now moved out in front. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe
hell no, dog.
To escape, and he goes down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
Let's go, baby.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. He'll look to throw. Completes it to the fullback Ham. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Cook, and an alley to run. And he'll be taken.
Go, Cookie!
Enemy territory.
Look, Cookie having a game, baby.
First down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Right back to him on 1st down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And
he drops it.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Third down. Here's Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. Last play they got stumped at the line. Different story here. Over 20 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Haskins will throw.
Oh, yeah, we take that.
Sideline incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Here's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in.
Let's go!
Lost it. He lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They start the drive with Cook. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 8. Going deep for Diggs. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
He's coming. Double up. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Getting the ball is Cook running left. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this one complete to Smith. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Back to throw. This is caught, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll run for it with Cook.
Go, Cook!
This one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Yes.
The offense now.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave my key
for their
so they can
and the turnover last time. That's
so
sort
they
of
can what's it called?
symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though.
I'm gonna leave my key here so they can move it. You know,
Game long.
when the boys were playing basketball, you
Turning it
know,
over on the last possession.
birthday
Is that where it gets
parlor.
symptomatic?
So I know they don't got
This is
insurance.
symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word and I just kept using it.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. Nice stiff arm.
Underused, but still effective.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down. On first down, this is Geis. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Geis again. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Oh, don't knock him forward.
First down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. And it's caught. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin with 2 touchdowns this season, both in this game, as his guys are back within a single score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let
Oh, damn. I know I went down. That motherfucker got some.
Not fully over yet.
Fuck.
And before this play happens, we're going to get a timeout here. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus.
Come on, Seaver. Get it back. Shit. Shit. Money going down.
Again, it's Cook.
Go.
Before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
You can't stop that
That's a
run.
gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
They're going to keep running until they stop it.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for,
and
make
missed
sure
it.
they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, go down. Chopper! Hey, Orbit!
They'll drop the throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Hell no.
Touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And he went nowhere. He'll lose
God,
yards
this
back
nigga
to the
throwing it
29.
all. God.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2.
Bitch.
And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a
Hey,
little
wait,
bit too
hold on.
much, trying to get it out
Hell
to the
yeah,
receiver.
my money should go
Ends up
up.
falling to the ground.
Fuck yeah, baby. I only had 100. Man, y'all don't cut it out. Good hit. What are you going for? Huh?
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Fourth down. Here's Haskins. He's got his tight end fan. He's getting this almost to the 40 before going out. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Haskins now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's
Get his ass.
the Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
To throw on 3rd down, Haskins. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now on the afternoon.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now Haskins on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side.
Let me get that.
He's intercepted for the 4th time today. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how the defense sings here in this 4th quarter. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal in the game with your quarterback.
Oh, give me that face mask. Give me that face mask, baby.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down now, it's Cook. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. He's got a first down inside the 30. Touchdown, Vikings! Delvin Cook, 43 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. You can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math.
Which one? We put our you want to just take the
I didn't worry about double-checking it, but the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad
I don't know what you think.
They're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just really bad.
To escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number.
Yeah.
We can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Don't worry about that. I
That
farted.
huge loss on the sack makes
This
this
nasty
job
bitch
much more
is gonna come out
difficult.
frowning
It's
and
second
shit.
down and 22 yards to go.
Oh, God. Yes, you did that, baby.
Looks like he'll throw here. Going deep for Diggs. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game.
We're gonna take all this shit now.
We just don't take the big one, leave that little. Put our stuff in that little. I can put my shoes together
here
now.
on 3rd down.
And your
You
shoes.
said you wanted the whole bag, Cleo.
Game? Oh, yeah. Okay.
I thought you wanted to put your game in the whole bag.
I am.
Okay.
My
What's
game in
this
the whole
bag
bag.
for?
Which one? I don't know. Do we need it?
How many pairs of shoes you
I don't know. I got to have me outfit something.
you might change the shoes twice a day.
Set up to
I might.
throw. And Diggs has it. And he'll get it out out to midfield. Yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half.
I think to let y'all know that y'all very disrespectful.
7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And possession will
go,
switch
baby.
hands first and
30,
10.
that was my money. Let's go.
Okay, so this for shoes. This one before our shoes.
Yeah.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base.
Take it.
I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a 2-score game.
And 2 doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation because now they're going to have to look back, and ultimately that might be
And Abdullah lost the football.
Look
It's
at
going the other way.
And
he is into the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step 1, the touchdown. You need a 2-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if they're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for 2 again. That's why teams are practicing multiple 2-point plays.
We saw that in Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a pair of big 2-point conversions. So this likely just to get the final score a bit closer given the time remaining, but they'll have a go for 2 here. One final shot for Haskins, and that one is caught. So they convert here and don't look now, but this one's back to a 1-score game. So with just a second to play, we'd have to see something crazy here for them to have a chance. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a cover on this one.
Yeah, your birthday coming up.
I'm gonna get videos on my birthday. I'm gonna get fun on my birthday. And I'm getting so cool on my birthday too.
Huh?
I get fun on my birthday.
We gonna see.
Oh.
I know.